Let the sun shine in. In today's advanced creative journal tutorial, I'm setting up a vibrant, not quite monochromatic yellow theme using an entirely new paper engineering hack. And if you would like to see how I set up these pages in another theme for the YouTube collab loop group, you might want to stick around. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you probably know, this is the last setup we have on here. And we had done a Dutch door spread using the cow theme. And that was the last creative journal setup I've done here. I have the video linked. And this is a quick flip through of the Dutch doors I did. It was a fun farm themed one. And this is, again, a very, I wouldn't say beginner friendly, but that was a fun one. And I have picked up a lot of yellow themed stickers for the spread because our theme is going to be yellow. And I love the bright, happy look that yellow has, no matter how soft or how saturated the spread is or the colors are. And I have a few of the latest washi tapes and sticker books from Live Love Posh. And I also have my tools, which are mostly from Journal Say. And I also have some washi tape stickers, some washi tapes, and some lace stickers. So this also has some yellows in here, combined with some navy blue. So I thought that could come in. And I do end up adding a lot more sticker books. And I also have that film strip washi from Journal Say. I do have discount codes for Planything, the Washi Tape Shop, Live Love Posh, Archer and Olive, where the journal is from, and a few other shops. And Priya 10 is a code you might want to use. And I also have these sticker books from Planything, and I'm trying to pick a yellow box, a functional box, which could be used for something very decorative. And I'm also pulling out my paper clip, which is from the washi tape shop as well. And for Journal Say, my code Priya can earn you 8% off. So let me see where I could start, because there are lots of frames in here, as the name suggests. And these were recently released as part of the Rainbow and Junk Journal release. And we also have these ones, but these are most on the pastel side. I'm looking for the bright, happy, cheerful yellow. And I wanted to use these checklist strips, which, how many are we going to use? Come on, we don't need these many ever in our lives. So I thought I would use them to create like a film strip. Have you come across any other spreads where this is used like so? Please let me know in the comments. And I don't think I have. So as you can see, this is a functionally noir from Live Love Posh. And I'm going to cut these smaller strips to kind of make sure that I have that spacing. And I think I will go ahead and complete that top line and going as straight as I possibly can, because when I stand up and see the page from a slightly taller angle or a height, I think I can make a better sense of whether it's straight or not. But sitting that close to the page, it's kind of tough. And while I'm doing that, I will also like to give the loudest shout out to Lisa Marie, or Creatively Lisa Marie, as she's known across all social media platforms. She is a lady behind all these YouTube collab loop groups that you see. And if you are wondering how to join, please reach out to her. She's the sweetest person. And you can see how I'm going to count these pages, not pages, the dots, so that I can have the spacing right, because it's a film strip after all, right? And if you are wondering how the YouTube collab loop group works, I will touch a bit on that as well. And you can see how I'm switching between the different sizes with the checklist strips. And it just makes the whole process a breeze, and using the scraps from earlier projects to complete that line up there. So if you're joining me from somebody else's channel who is part of the loop, a warm welcome to you. And if you're one of my regular subscribers, I welcome you too. And it's very straightforward, very simple. So if you're joining me through my video or somebody else's video, please watch my video in its entirety. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, drop me a sweet comment, and you can use the same link in the description to follow along and proceed to the next person who is in the loop. And once you have landed back at the exact place where you have started with, you will have completed the loop. So it's a great way of discovering new folks who you otherwise may not have stumbled upon. And it is amazing how you have so many interpretations for a single theme. So just like every other time, I'm really curious and excited to see how everybody has interpreted this theme. And you can see how I'm cutting the window or the peekaboo window inside this film strip we made using the checklist strips. So it is a very functional space if you look at it that way, because you have the checklist strips which otherwise they may just be sitting in the sticker book forever. It's a creative way of using it, and it can act as a space where you can focus on the elements inside. So I'm trying to kind of see where and how I can trim off that page. So I'm being very, very brave here, making sure I don't cut along the spine, because that just affects the integrity of the spread. So that is our peekaboo part. And I'm going to also complete the other side. It is kind of tricky because the angle is very weird, but I thought this was a fun way of bringing in some of that. And you will see how, coming back to our YouTube collab loop group, you will see how everybody is very different when it comes to the brand, the planner. It could be a journal, and everybody just interprets the theme differently. It could just be a visit to maybe like a sunflower farm, or it could be a project they otherwise did. They could be cooking, they could be baking, it could be anything. So there is going to be a video related to that. And I have come across a lot of different creators over the years. Yes, it's been over 2 years since I've started with the YouTube collab loop group, and Lisa Marie does an amazing job picking the themes, because we just started officially, at least in the northern hemisphere, we just kicked off summer. And yellow is very bright, very summery. So I think it's a great way of interpreting a theme based on the season. It could be a different holiday. I mean, she does all the job for you. So it is a lot of work, and I truly, truly appreciate all her efforts in putting all these together. She gives us all a theme, so she does all the thinking for us, and it's up to us to interpret it any way we like. So that is our film strip almost done. And if you are wondering how you can help me crack some of these ideas or give me some ideas for inspiration, or if you would like some behind the scenes, I do have memberships on my channel. So it's similar to Patreon, but it's here on YouTube. And I will have all that information for you in the description. So if you would like to support me, come join the crowd. And it's the first bunch of people who I reach out to for ideas, inspiration. You'll have polls, you'll have early access, you'll have lots of perks. So please check out all that information in the description. And I will link all the products I'm using, including all these decorative pens. These are the mile liners, both in the chisel tip and the brush tip. So you can see how I'm trying to create that sun rays. So I've picked mostly the yellows, and I have some orange because you will see why. And it is a great way of bringing in the different mediums. And it is kind of tricky when you don't want your head in frame, but I think it came out okay. And let me know how you would have interpreted the yellow theme if you were in my shoes. I'm just curious to know, what would you have done? And would you have gone all monochromatic? This is not quite monochromatic, but I think that black just makes everything else pop. Do you agree? And I have a full playlist of all the YouTube collab loop group videos if you want to check out the different themes I've done. It is a great way of discovering lots of creative ideas in one go. So you can see how I'm trying to bring that aura of the sun using the orange. And I'm not sure what functional sticker books are available at Plan Anything, but please do check out their shop because their sticker books are amazing. And with the functional stuff, what happens is they're slightly thicker than the other stickers, say Mojo Jojo Plans or Live Love Posh or Happy Planner. You will have a bit more of a thicker thing. So repositioning stuff will be very easy when it comes to Plan Anything. But on the downside, it does add a bit of a bulk. But when you look at it as a journal as a whole, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But there is a thickness difference if you're not familiar with Plan Anything stickers. And this is the sunflower and navy pre-cut washi tape stickers from the washi tape shop. And again, don't worry about the exact names. I'll have all the names of the washi tape stickers or the sticker books or the washi tapes, all of that in the description so that you can just go shopping very easily. And I'm not sure when you would be watching this, but there are a couple of sales that are already happening in the journaling and planner world. Archer and Olive, where the Square Journal is from, they have the finest, most luxurious stationery and a nice 160 GSM paper. So I'll have a lot of information regarding all the sales. So if there's anything specific you would like to know, please let me know in the comments. And I have linked my Facebook post, which has all the details in depth, like the dates, what's included, and there are new items dropping for the sale at Arch and Olive. So you might actually want to set your alarms. And you can see how I'm bringing in these Happy Planner stickers. And this is a summer one, which I believe came out last year. And I also have some Stick Babes, which recently got relaunched, the revamped version. So I will be pulling a bit of that as well. And you can see how I'm trying to create that scene. And this is a seasonal Stick Babe. It could be slightly different, but I think the Stick Babes that recently came are very similar. And they Happy Planner also has their summer sale happening. They might exclude the summer release, but you might want to keep an eye on that because there are some amazing deals. And my Happy Planner affiliate link is also in the description, just in case you would like to support me or you would like any of these that you see. Please make sure that you use my affiliate link or somebody else's, it doesn't matter. But please take those couple of extra seconds to shop through their affiliate link or mine. I'm sure all of us appreciate that extra love that you guys shower every time somebody uses my link or code. You have no idea. It might sound cliche, but it does make a difference. You just brighten up our day. And this is a fruits and florals sticker book from Live Love Posh. This is in the sale bin. And Live Love Posh also had their latest release, which is going to be a big hit, which is a big hit. And there are lots of items which are so unique, just like these frames. And you will get to see more of those in the coming spread. So please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on the bell notification as well so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any of the fun videos coming. There are lots of creative ideas that I'm planning to share. And this is a very lovely book. And I, in fact, have 2 copies of this because, yeah, I've been wanting to hoard these, especially with those birds. If you know me, you know how much I love birds. So you can see how I'm bringing in a yellow spread for sure, but I'm also throwing in other colors just so that there is some contrast. And I also want to bring in some of these, and I think some of these are really decorative, and it would just get lost if I were to pull them in here. So I'm using just this part here. It's a much brighter yellow, that is for sure. So I might use it as like maybe like a walkway or a pathway, something nice and simple right there peeking through that window. And let's see. This sticker book again has been very well used, very well loved. So I thought having a second copy of the fruits and florals also made sense. So when I shop as an affiliate, I do get to shop early and I can also have special rates. So I did grab an extra copy and they had the book on the sales category for some time, and I'm glad a lot of people are finding it because they missed it out on the first release when that happened, and it did come a few years ago, but it's still one of my favorites. And I love that birdie I could sneak in right there. And you can see how I'm mixing and matching the different sticker books. And this is very much a start of summer spread. And I think the checklist did come through as quite a decorative element, even though it is considered a very, very functional and very, very boring element. Not many people use it. So, this is a great way of using it up if you happen to have them in the sticker books, because you could use it for a lot of things. So, I'm quickly going to give you another idea if you want to see where you could bring them in. You could use it as like a pegboard. What do you say? Have you tried that before? Have you seen that anywhere else? So you can see the seasonal stick babe one. It does have those summer icons also. So that girl with the cotton candy in hand can have a lemon beverage. What do you say? So let's see. I need some house. So that's why I grabbed this Planything Memory sticker book. And I think these might need some repositioning because I want the house to be visible, something like so. But I think I want the house to be visible a bit more. So, what? Do we have something else smaller? I doubt it. Because again, the sticker book came out as part of the Planything 5-year anniversary last year. And this has been very well used because it combined a whole bunch of themes that have been favorites over the years. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. And the girlie can stand right there, right outside the house, and maybe the lemons can go back. And if that's the case, I might actually pull out the lemons on the right page as well, because come on, I love to keep it balanced. I will also try and see if I can squeeze that in, but looks like it is going back into the sticker book. And this is the yellow functional edit, and this was from a few years ago, but there is a newer version, the newer rainbow sticker book, and the yellow one which came out just a few days ago. And that is a great book if you are looking for a fully coordinated set with all the colors back to back. And I also have this Summer Love, which came out last year. And we have some daisies and lemons in here, which I think will work great for our theme. And there are some of these florals with the lemon in them. And you see how I'm trying to bring in the daisies also, but it's a different kind of mix because I'm combining the sunflowers, the lemons, and some tropical elements as well, along with some daisies. And if you are wondering how to get started with this tool I'm using, I know it's a much requested, much asked about question. I do have a tutorial to get you started, and it's very beginner friendly, taking you step by step through how you can become a pro, because there is a bit of a learning curve. And I have also linked the original product in the description for you, because there are lots of knockoffs in the market. And when you are thinking of some serious paper crafting, you might actually want to grab the original because it makes a ton of difference. And let's see, we will be bringing some of the lace washi, and I'm using this petite paper trimmer from Journal Say. And I will be using the lace washi set, and this is a black version because I want to bring in that balance, and I will be using a bit of it at the bottom only on this page. And we have just a pop of black just for that balance. And as you can see, I'm using only half of that tape. And this is a lace washi set. Again, it comes in 5 colors. And this is a very popular item, and continuing with that for the other page as well. And we will be done with that small touch. And there we have the scissors I'm using to round the corners, because the corner rounder is something I could use, but for the lace washi is some of the thinner elements like that, the corner rounder does not work great. And let's see, we will also now bring in some of these girls who are in a picnic mode. So let's bring her in, because I don't like that weird straight angle with the daisy. And we will also bring in those florals just for some additional foliage. And as you can see, I have used this up quite well. So we don't have a lot of stickers in this collection. So I can just throw it in just like so. And that's just perfect, because that's all we need. We do not have much space here. But I think I will kind of use up some of those florals. Why don't we just move it to this side just for some balance again. And I will also have this picnic spot for her, because she's walking into that area. And maybe just a few more elements at an angle. And I think the daisies do look perfect. And let's see. And let me know if you are joining me from somebody else's channel. I would love to hear who you joined the loop group with. And now we will do some finishing touches. I thought I was done with just the butterflies thrown in to complete that kind of scene, because otherwise it looks very weird when it's like at a weird 45-degree angle, you know what I mean? Let's see, what else? Should we have some more of the florals, or maybe some boxes? Because why not? We have lots of these boxes, and we will do some repositioning with that. And that girly might need another box to stand on, because that's a very weird angle for her to stand. And why don't we use this functionally noir, because I love my clusters. And I always have the videos linked just so that it gets easier for you. And I also have very beginner friendly tutorials if you want to ever master Dutch doors. I take all the thinking process away for you. I do have my very beginner friendly pro tips, because you will make Dutch doors like a pro if you follow those steps. And let's have one more cluster for the other side. And we will again combine that black box right there, just so that it can be complete. And then I was like, what else could we add? Because something small, maybe just for that space in between. No, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe that can be right there for some added sweetness. And we will move everything a tad bit, just so that everything gets seen from the front. And we will also, yeah, I think that's complete. Maybe even though it may not be visible from the front. And of course, we need some embellishments, don't we? So this is my distress oxide storage system. And I do have my tutorial if you are wondering how to get started with that. And I do have a full playlist of what and how to get started and why I'm dabbing off all that ink right there. That's all given to you there. And as you can see, I'm just doing like a border for that film strip. And I just wanted that to kind of pop. And I'm going very soft, just like a thin touch here. And you can see how I'm using that scrap piece of paper to kind of dab up some extra ink. And here I'm going a bit darker because we have that sun to kind of balance the color with. And let me know if you are somebody who likes to bring in the distress oxide. And if you are, what your favorite ink pad would be. So this is again the scattered straw. It works great for sand. It works great for like the ground, especially for outdoor scenes, especially during fall. It works great. And I'm also doing a couple of dabs right there near the girls and where the picnic is. So just keeping it right there. And I'm also trying to see if I should be bringing in some of that yellow washi, but I don't think that's needed, but it definitely needs something else. So you know what I'm doing? I'm going to take the mile liner, the chisel tip one, and I'm doing like a border. This is where it gets tricky because this is where I have trouble drawing straight lines. And you will see how I'm also bringing in my Pigma Micron in a size 10 for that bolder, juicier line. And I'm doing some basic doodling here just so that it can look a bit more interesting and not as plain and boring as a normal white paper would be. And let me know if you do something like this in your spreads as well or your journals. Nice and simple, not too perfect. It is a bit wonky at times, but it will do. I think that's the kind of look I was wanting to go with. And let me know how you like this. And definitely check out the next person's video. It is linked in the description, and please continue on with the loop. And please help us all growing YouTubers grow more in this very hard or difficult to grow world of YouTube and the YouTube algorithm. So every single comment, every single like, subscribing, dropping comments, something positive, something sweet. And I just recently hit a milestone of 3K subscribers here. So I'm really grateful for all the love and support you guys have showered. And this is the first video I'm filming after I hit that milestone. And it does make me feel special. And I do get that encouragement every time I read through something positive and something sweet. And I'm really glad you are getting inspiration from all the different spreads we have been doing. And please check out all the videos I mentioned, along with all the shops, products, links, codes, and sales that are going to happen. And there are some amazing monthly drops that happen, and even Laurel Denise, which never had discount systems, Even they dropped their discount inserts lately. So all that information can be found in the description. Hope you get what you need. Don't buy anything unless you need it. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.